Yo, 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 what's good with it, y'all? What's good with it? What's good with it, D Free? What's good with it, DP? Appreciate y'all being the first ones in the building, man. Salute to y'all, brothers. Salute to y'all. Let me get y'all right real quick, man. Salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all sliding through and being the first ones in the building. I know it's gonna be a lot of people spread out everywhere. What I'm saying, Earl Smith's breaking news or jumping back on the scene. So I know everybody gonna be spread out trying to catch that news. So expect it to probably be a little light today, but nonetheless, man, we're gonna get in here, get to cooking, and we're gonna get up our way, man. And my apologies, y'all, for the energy. One of them days, man, energy is down, is borderline. I'm tired as hell, to be honest with you, but nonetheless, man, we gotta get it in. We gotta stay consistent. We gotta keep giving y'all this here basketball talk as best as we can, man. So we're gonna keep working, and working. Let me see what we got here real quick, man. So I'm gonna jump right into it. Like I said, I'm not gonna take too long or be here too long today. Probably about 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere around there. To get to these topics quick, then I'll probably open up the panel. If anybody want to hop on, cook for a little bit, we can definitely do that. But nonetheless, right off the bat, man, in my thumbnail, I had it. You know what I'm saying? The whole situation of the Nuggets and their coach Mike Malone. I know a lot of people have either been waiting or talking about this already, or waiting to hear what I got to say about it and things of that nature. But I think me personally, as far as the Nuggets being eliminated by the Timberwolves, man, it was a hell of a series. They just ran into a team that I was preaching before that series even started by saying that Minnesota Timberwolves team was the kind of the matchup nightmare for that Nuggets team. They were built to beat the Nuggets. You could tell by looking at it from point guard to center. You know what I mean? Like they literally had, it was a bad matchup. I mean, it won 7 games, clearly showing that, you know, both teams are definitely talented. The Timberwolves came to play. Nuggets obviously being the defending champs, they know what it takes to win at the highest level and things of that nature. But again, man, the Wolves were built to beat this team. A lot of people don't even remember, or they don't know the GM, the old GM of the Nuggets became the new GM of the Wolves, and he was the one that put this team together. So essentially, he put that Denver Nuggets team together, and then he put this Wolves team together to knock them off. And if you look at it, like I said, I was saying it the whole time, this is a bad matchup for the Nuggets. Wolves are going to win this series. I called it before the series even started. And yeah, like DP said, remember the Wolves were up 2-0. They were. If the Wolves would have kept their foot on the gas, they could have potentially swept the Nuggets. Like, it could have been one of those things where we could have saw them sweep the Nuggets, because they went into their house, stole game 1, went back for game 2, and just beat them into the ground for game 2. And then they went home and laid an egg. You know what I mean? They got complacent, took their foot off the gas. Denver came back, won 3 straight. And then the Wolves came back, you know, and obviously won and knocked them off for the rest of them. But again, it was one of them things, man. This Wolves team was definitely built to beat them. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's how you got to look at it. You got to give it up to how it is. My only thing I had an issue with, right, was and y'all saw it in my thumbnail, was the fact that this Mike Malone was saying, you know, and I'm referencing the Lakers as the last year, saying they've gone fishing, we're still playing. The narrative should be on whatever 2 teams are still alive, right? Now, mind you, he also has some harsh words to say to one of the reporters that asked him about it, and he was asked a dumbass question. Like, you know, he kind of jumped off the deep end a little bit because he was in his feelings a little bit after being eliminated. Now, we all know it's an emotional game. It's any post fight or post game, you know, press conference and things like that. Your emotions is still running high. You know what I mean? I get that. But at the same time, though, like, you the coach of the team, like, you have to be able to maintain your emotions. You know what I mean? That's why they hired you for that job. You got to be able to do that. So in the case of him, he let his emotions get the best of him, and his response was a fiery response that was like, you know, he fired off, and that's a dumbass question, and blah blah blah. It's like, bro, if you doing all this trash talking to the Lakers that you was doing, you know, eliminating them and saying going fishing and narratives and Jokic being the best player, this, that, and the third, and all that. Like, you got, as much as you can dish it, you got to be able to take it. In his case and situation, he couldn't. He looked like a person that wanted to take his ball and go home. Like, he had that pouty face, that you know what I'm saying, we lost, so I'm gonna go home now type thing. And that's the thing. I'm like, a lot of people weren't paying attention to that. And I know, again, I'm pretty sure there were some other content creators, along with the fact that huge media outlets that was talking about it and getting on Mike Malone a little bit and stuff like that, just saying he was in the wrong. Like, and he was. I mean, let's be honest, he was definitely in the wrong. Ain't nowhere in the world you should respond in that manner as you as being the head coach of this team, and you can't stomach what this. The question. It's a basic question. It's a question that is involving basketball, but yet your emotions got the better of you. And in reality, people should be given work like more energy. Like for example, Jokic being a three-time MVP, right? And a lot of people were saying he's the best player in the league right now, this, that, and the third. Okay, so the best player in the league just lost to a team that they theoretically shouldn't have lost to. Why is it that he's getting a pass? Why is it that nobody's on his helmet saying that, like, oh, they're not holding him to the same standard that they would hold like a LeBron or somebody else to if they got in this situation and got bounced out? And you hear what? You hear LeBron, like, people on his helmet bad. You should have led that Lakers team. You should have did more, this, that, and the third. We know LeBron is 110 years old, but yet the expectation is still as if LeBron is in year 5 or year 6. That's the part that's a little crazy to me that nobody want to talk about. DP said, and remember, Malone on LeBron a couple years ago, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the exactly, bro. That's the crazy part that nobody wants to talk about it. You know what I mean? What's good with the LV? Salute to you, man. Appreciate you coming through. He said, love and shout out from Toronto. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the part, bro. Is like, when these things happen, you got to be a man about it and accept what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? In his case, the situation when he's winning, you know what I'm saying, all the spoils go to him. He want to dish out everything and trash everybody and say we got the best player, this, that, and the third. When they lose, all of a sudden it's retired, or we weren't getting calls, or we had a couple games go this way, the free throw discrepancy, all of these excuses and stuff, bro. And it's like, come on, man, like, what the hell? Like, you got the 3-time MVP, you got the person that you said is the best player in the league, right? Like, I'm confused. You mean to tell me that y'all lost? Y'all can't stomach the fact that you got outplayed, you got outworked, and the better team won? I mean, that's the easiest way to do it, where you're not having people looking at you sideways and giving you, all hell about it. And then you jump out the window at that reporter asking a legitimate question. Like that. That's wild to me. Like, if Jokic is the best player, why is he not getting that same type of energy that LeBron would get if he was in this situation? I mean, mind you, they got bounced out again, and look at how people was getting on LeBron about this. And I'm gonna tell y'all right off the bat, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan like that. I'm a Lakers fan. Like, I'm not a LeBron fanatic or anything like that. LeBron is LeBron. I respect what he does on the court and what he does off the court, but outside of that, it's like I'm not my fandom ain't jumping out the window for him at all. You know what I mean? But it's wild to me that you see you see, like, you know what I'm saying, that situation, that what he going through. Appreciate it, Elvin. Salute to you, man. Have a good one to you as well, brother. You see what he got going on, and I think it's hilarious that, like, Jokic gets a pass, but he's so-called the best player and stuff. If he's the best player, then why wasn't he able to figure out this team to be able to win Game 7 and them being the ones in the conference final? I mean, hey, heavy as the head that weighs the crown, or heavy as the weight of, or whatever that saying is, it fits this narrative of that. You know what I mean? The Nuggets, again, solid, good team. Not giving I'm not I ain't you know what I'm saying, raining on a parade in a bad way or nothing like that, right? I'm a fan of basketball. I enjoy watching the Nuggets play, but at the same time, when I look at it, you have to hold them in that same accountability as well. They were the defending champs, and they lost. And they lost to a team that like, just kind of arrived on the scene. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden that they lost, there's excuses. Now all of a sudden they can't stomach the fact that they caught a hot L. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. And then everybody is staying extremely silent on Jokic and the fact that he just caught a hot L. Everybody staying silent on it. It's getting a pass. Now, again, it's two different type of stardoms. Jokic himself and me looking at Jokic, like, I'm a fan of him because on the court, he makes the right plays, and Jokic has a skill set that is unique to him, right? Off the court, extremely, to himself, down to earth type of person. No, he doesn't have that, like, that LeBron type lifestyle, that Hollywood lifestyle, that and need to be in the lights or need to be in the conversations and need to be, like, he doesn't have that attention seeking type of lifestyle. Like, that's not his personality. So I can respect that. Maybe that's why he's not getting all that type of heat on him due to the fact that how he carries himself is different from how LeBron carry himself. It's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm that's how I'm looking at as to why. But at the same time, it's like he's the MVP. So winner, he's the defending champ and the MVP. So that has to be, what I'm saying, laid at his feet. Now, also another thing is with this Nuggets team, man, they extremely over the salary cap too. Like there's some tough decisions to be made this offseason for them. So y'all keep an eye out for that. That's one of the things nobody was talking about, man. Jamal Murray is coming up due for his contract. We all know they keeping Jokic over anybody. We know that for a fact. They keeping Jokic over anybody. Probably Michael Porter Jr. and they're gonna keep, I would say, Jamal Murray over anybody. Everybody else, I mean, they up on that chopping block to some degree. Aaron Gordon, I'm pretty sure they probably lock him in as well. Why? Because he was huge for them last year. They won a chip, and huge this time around, even though they didn't even advance to the conference finals. That he still was huge for them, and the numbers he put up, how he played, and what he means to that team. So expect to see him. I would say that main core: Jokic, Jamal Murray, and I would say Aaron Gordon. Michael Porter Jr., man, they are definitely invested in him, but at the same time, like I feel like he could do more, and his talent and his ceiling is extremely high, and I feel like he's not pushing himself to get to that next level. Like Michael Porter Jr. is literally just out there, just he is very he's very straight up and down. You know exactly what you're gonna get. You can watch one scouting, you can watch one film session on him and understand that's what it's gonna be, that no matter what. He's gonna do the same thing. There won't be nothing new. There won't be a new wrinkle. There won't be a change of this or that. It's going to be the same thing. So Michael Porter Jr., my advice to him, if he's listening, if this word get back to him, anything like that, get it in this offseason, in the summer, get in the lab and perfect your craft. Work on more than what you got going on, bro. Because you're a streaky shooter that can knock down shots. But outside of that, that's where your impact ends. The defense, ball handling, court vision, the passing, basketball IQ, mid-range, post-game. You got to work on those different elements of your game, man. Otherwise, yeah, you're going what's good with the 88? Salute to you, man. Appreciate you sliding through, bro. Otherwise, Michael Porter Jr., man, you're going to find yourself kind of, it's definitely some teams that love a catch and shoot person, but at the same time, if that's all your impact has, then you're going to be in some trouble. Look at Duncan Robinson from the Miami Heat. At one point, man, they loved the fact that he was a knockdown shooter, but it's like he can't play a lick of defense, can't handle the ball at all. He's definitely one of those people you target on the defensive end. So it's a lot, man. He, no mid range. You rarely see him go to the rim. So there's a lot that definitely he needs to work on. Then he has the skill set and the ability to do it. It's just a matter of him wanting to go and put in that time and work to do it. So that's my advice to him. Keep preaching the same thing, but maybe one day they'll listen, man. But again, for me, like I said, Mike Malone, he seems like a front running head coach, man. When they're winning, you know what I'm saying, it's to the heavens and above. You know what I'm saying? When they losing, he's a sore loser in defeat. That's just the only thing I got from him. You know what I mean? Definitely the only thing I got from him. That's type of energy he gave, the type of interview he gave, everything all of the above was he is a front runner. When he loses, then all of a sudden he want to take his ball and go home. That's my piece on him. Y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel about that. But as far as this next one, though, the Cavs, and I presented this question like this on purpose, like the Cavs fire, you know what I'm saying, Bickerstaff. Let me look at this dude's name to make sure I got his damn name right, man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I think it's JB Bickerstaff. Okay, so JB Bickerstaff. So they let him go. Do y'all think they fired JB Bickerstaff to keep Donovan Mitchell? And a lot of people probably ain't even looking at it from that angle of them firing him to keep him. Because a lot of people don't realize Donovan Mitchell is up to be able to decide what he wants to do. Yes, Donovan Mitchell can decide what he wants to do with his future. So I think, and I think that's kind of that scares them a little bit. So I think they want to show him that they're willing to make changes and try to bring in someone that's going to give them a better, put them in a better position or better opportunity to compete for a championship by starting with the coach. For me, I think it was a terrible move. I said in a video that I had recently dropped on as well, a reaction video to it. I said it was a terrible decision. Reason being is you fire a coach who got you to the playoffs the last few years, and Who out there is going to come in and make that team better, and who out there is going to come in and keep that team from getting injured? Over the last few years, one thing we've seen consistently from the Cavaliers is what their big name players get hurt at the worst time. Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen goes down. Guess what? They lose this series. Not to say those two playing would help, not to say those two playing would have like definitely won this series, but against the Celtics, but you never know. They would have had a better chance. In the case and situation of this, it's like, nah, bro. I think it was unjust. It's something he didn't deserve and they shouldn't have did. Me personally. Because like I said, there's no other coach out there that's going to come in and make them better and keep them from being injury prone or getting injured. It's just something that's consistently happened every single time. And a lot of people don't talk about that perspective of it. It's just people more so in shock at the fact that when have you seen a coach make it to the playoffs with a team like that as well, make it to the playoffs multiple years in a row, and all of a sudden he getting fired? But yet it's been the same thing every single year when he gets to the playoffs, which is having to coach through injuries and figure out lineups and matchups to put themselves in the best situation to win a game or a series. That's the part that nobody is talking about. That's the part that, like, when I said the Cleveland Cavaliers organization got it wrong, they definitely got it wrong from that perspective. Y'all let me know what coach you think is going to come in there and accept that job, or what coach you think can come in there and do a better job than what JB Bickerstaff did. Honestly, the Cavs organization, trash. The ownership, trash. Like, they don't understand what they're doing. They don't. Like I said, it's mind-blowing to me. I honestly don't get it. And then to make matters worse, let's just say they fired JB Bickerstaff and then Donovan Mitchell decides to walk. Then what? They right back to being a lottery pick team. They're not going to be a team that's going to be playing for a play-in or any of that. They're not going to be playing for none of that. They're going to be playing for the worst team in the league in the East for however many next years in a row. That's what's going to happen. Like, the team is decent, and 88 said, I think the Cavs got a nice squad. Just injuries. That's the thing, 88. They have a decent squad, bro, but it's like they're injury prone as hell. Like, every single time when it matters most, this team, their big name players are hurt. Every single time. Like, that's been the case every single time, bro. Like I said, that when they've needed them, they've been gone. They haven't been there. Availability is the best quality to have when you play in any type of professional sport. In the case and situation of the Cavs, they just every single time, bro, every time. And then the thing that's wild to me is Darius Garland wasn't hurt at all, but yet he was playing as if like he was scared of the moment. That's the one thing I didn't like that I saw from him, and I was just like, okay, not a fan, bro. I don't know what the hell going on. I don't know why he's not locked in. I don't know why he's not playing confident or playing aggressive. He just seemed like the moment got to him, and you could see that the moment got to him, and he just kind of fumbled in that moment, and I didn't like that at all. Mobley stepped up huge for them. Who else, man? Morris, who we didn't even know was still alive, came up and had a huge game for them. No disrespect to Morris, I'm just joking, man. Morris, had a huge game for them. And it was just like, out of nowhere, like, they went and got Max Strus for a reason to be a knockdown 3-point shooter for them, 3-and-D type guy. And, he was spotty. And so it was like, it's just a thing where they really think that coaching is going to change or help this. Like, I'm confused at the decision-making of that organization. What's good with a G5, my brother in the building? What's good with it, bro? I'm just extremely confused at the decision making of the Cavs organization. But again, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. Organization trash, management trash, understanding of personnel, everything involved in the Cavs is trash. Only thing they done ever had good in any type, shape, form, or fashion was Larry Nance Sr. And again, I gotta double check this. If he played for them, I think he did, man. And then who was it? And there's a white dude. And again, I'm going off of memory. I don't even want to really look at. I think it's Eli, or was it something? I can't remember his name, but he was on a dunk highlight reel. Obviously, LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. That's the handful of things that the Cleveland Cavaliers have to represent themselves. Is that outside of that, when I look at it, it's like nothing else, man. They number one draft pick. What is his name? Bennett. He went to Toronto. That dude disappeared off the face of the earth. Nobody knows. No clue where he is. Literally no clue where he is. Like, the Cavs have just been, been ass. I don't know how else to really put it. 88 said Garland was shy, though. I don't, I don't know what was going on with him. That's what I'm saying, man. 88. And it's crazy because Darius Garland game, if you watch him, he is shifty as hell for a point guard, extremely shifty and quick, and can shoot that thing. For some odd reason, when I was watching them games, bro, he did not look as if he trusted anything that he wanted to do. He looked completely out of sorts. He looked like he just wasn't comfortable, and I'm just like, bro, what the hell is going on? Like, yeah, they not gonna win this. They gonna get blown out every game. That was literally like my first mindset when I saw it, because Donovan Mitchell hit the gas and he started going, and he said, "Hey, either y'all gonna hit the gas with me, or I'm gonna drag y'all along with me. One of the two, but I'm gonna try to get us there where we need to go." You know what I mean? I ain't never seen nobody drop, what was it, a 40 or 50 ball and they still lose. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I mean, I think that happened with when they were playing Orlando. That's the crazy part. But it's like, bro, they got to get it together. They got to be able to, from the Cavs organization. I think they got to change up something from an ownership perspective. The coach letting go of JB was a bad idea. Extremely terrible, bad idea, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that part, man. As for what is it? My next little talking point that I have for that, Jimmy Butler. Now this one gonna be a little bit intriguing for y'all, man. It's gonna get interesting. Reason I say that, man, I'm looking at a little notes I had down for it. So Jimmy Butler, right? So it's been looming kind of like, I would say, backdoor reports about Jimmy Butler potentially being traded for the Miami Heat. Now, mind you, in 2021, Jimmy Butler just signed a 3 or 4 year deal for $146 million and some change. So he just had signed that. Rumor has it that he is expecting or looking for a contract extension of another max deal exceeding $100 million. Everybody know Jimmy Butler just, coming off of a sprained MCL, and he is 34 years old. So what does that mean? It's going to be tough for him to get that type of max deal, with seeing the fact that he's been extremely injury prone as of late, and everything that's going on. I mean, he even I wish I had it, man. He had tweeted out something, and I think is either Pat Riley or Coach Ball. I want to say Pat Riley had commented on it, or had, had something to say about it. And I'm like, bruh, like 88 said, I think Jimmy Butler gonna stay if he has it this way, but I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. If it's up to him, he gonna stay. But I don't know if Pat Riley and them is gonna be willing to give him another extension or give him an extension, a max extension for a 2-year, $100+ million deal. I honestly don't know, bruh. Like I said, you looking at it, and he's been injury prone. Like, and again, he's not getting any younger. You know what I mean? So, and him being injury prone like that, I would not be surprised if there is another deal that comes across the table for the Heat that gets them a player. And again, it's going to be tough sledding out there to find a young player that can fit in with that Heat, lineup and team. Like, because there ain't really no big names that's available like that. Like, let's just say they wanted to pursue Donovan Mitchell. It's like, that's another small guard you're going to bring into a situation where your team is already small as it is. So what are they going to do? Donovan Mitchell is he's younger, but he's also injury prone as well. So it's like, it's tough, man. It's extremely tough. Like, I'm curious to see what Pat Riley's going to do. Like, I'm extremely curious to see what decision he makes. Because I think, if I'm being honest, I think Pat Riley might hold off on providing that contract extension. But again, the only thing, if he does that, is if Jimmy decides like he wants to walk, he can. Like, that's the only thing. If somebody else entertains something better, he can walk. But I think Jimmy, obviously, anybody and everybody that plays for the Heat wants to stay there because the weather, the culture, and everything that comes with it. That's something that, that goes without say. So it's no surprise there. But either way, man, we don't know. We don't know. Like, I just want to see how it's going to be. I want to see which Pat Riley going to show up. The Pat Riley that's looking forward to the future, or the Pat Riley that's saying, okay, we'll pay you this, but there's going to have to be something listed into that contract for some type of incentive or something. 88 said Lakers probably trade for him. You talking about Jimmy, or you talking about Donovan? You talking about Jimmy, or you talking about Donovan? Let me know which one you talking about. Let me know which one you talking about. 88, Jimmy, or you talking about Donovan? Because I think Lakers, if they make a trade, I think it'll be for I think they'll make one for Donovan. That way, they're sharing up their future with AD. Because LeBron being 160 years old, man, he ain't got too many. He ain't got too many. Okay, he said Donovan. Okay. Yeah, he ain't got too many years left, man. So they're not gonna go after old Jimmy Butler when they have a young player that can do everything Jimmy can, but except he can't play defense as good as Jimmy. I say that much, but I think he can score just as good, if not better. Probably not. He probably can score better than Jimmy. Let's be realistic, man. Jimmy can get buckets, but Donovan Mitchell has shown that he's put up historical numbers in games. Jimmy just does, he'll get you a game or something like that, but Donovan has shown that he'll put some historical numbers up on you in a heartbeat. But yeah, I can see that. And I think they might. I think they might, honestly. But as far as Jimmy, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I can't wait to see what decision is made. I can't wait to see like how Pat Riley targets it, and the decision he decides to make if he's gonna um pursue it, giving Jimmy an extension, or if he's going to move on from him, or what other free agents might be looming in it. He might give him a 1-year deal type thing and say, what I'm saying, earn this second year, earn this contract you asking for since you've been injured the last couple of years when we needed you most. He might do that, and Pat Riley has the bravado and the control of that team to make that decision. That Heat organization ownership trusts Pat Riley to the nth degree. Like, there ain't no second guessing it. There is no doubting it. There is no uncertainty or anything like that, bro. It's like when they make a decision, they trust him wholeheartedly, like 110%. They trust him wholeheartedly. They don't second guess him a bit. So I expect to see that too, man. Definitely expect to see it. Yeah, I think the Lakers, but back to what you said, 88. I think the Lakers definitely got to do something. They got to do something. If I was them, and I'm pretty sure the asking price for Donovan Mitchell, if the Cavs entertain it, it's probably going to be Austin Reeves. I would guess Austin Reeves, a draft pick, and maybe D'Lo, maybe, or they might ask for like Hachimura or something. I honestly think that. But if I was them, I would make that trade. I would get rid of. If I was the Lakers, I would trade Austin Reeves, and I would give that draft pick up, because you got a young star coming in who's going to be at the backfield and fill in for LeBron when LeBron retires or leaves, and you still got AD there, who I'm sure would love to play with Donovan Mitchell, who is another young star. But AD is a bigger star than Donovan Mitchell, so it's like when him coming there and they play together, they would run that through AD for sure. Like, he would be the clear cut man. You know what I'm saying? This would be his team. And I think that's something the Lakers should entertain, because they not going to go far nor win something with Austin Reeves being your first or second option on the team. They're not going to go nowhere. They're not going to win. So the Lakers got to consider that, keep that in mind, look to make a decision based off of that to help them get to where they need to get to, man. Like, that's the easy way to kind of, knock out two birds with one stone. You covering yourself from the back end of when LeBron retires, and you also getting a star who can come in and have an impact and move the needle for your team immediately. So you're knocking out two things, and I think that's something they definitely should entertain and look at. But we got to wait and see, man. This league is tricky. These teams sometimes stubborn, things of that nature. I know they got rid of, we got rid of Darvin Ham, and now it's a coach. It's looking to see what coaches is available and who would want to come there and take over this whole situation. It's gonna be tough sledding for that as well, man. It's gonna definitely be tough. 88 said Reeves and Russell disappeared too many times for me, shaking my head. Yeah. I was saying the crazy part is D'Lo is the one that people will keep an eye on for disappearing, because Austin Reeves is still young enough to the fact that he's shown up in big game moments and has some knockdown shots to win a game, and plays fearless, hustles, and plays defense as well. D'Lo is like, if D'Lo is not scoring, bro, he's not impacting the game whatsoever, not one bit. So I think that's something that a lot of them keep into consideration as well. They don't let that kind of go over their heads at the fact that if he's not scoring, he's not doing anything else. I think that's something that they definitely pay attention to, and that they gonna hold accountable. They're not gonna let it be one of those situations, man, where you just gonna let that float and be what it is. Nah, they gonna it's gonna be a situation you'll be held accountable, man. Definitely for sure. But yeah, so that's all of my little topics I had covered, man. Like I said, I wasn't gonna be here too long, so I wanted to get right to it and get to it and talk about it and did just that. I think I said covered everything I wanted. I already dropped my if y'all haven't seen the video, man, go check out the video that I had dropped. I think it was a premiere actually, asking more so about what the hell is going on with this Caitlin Clark joining the likes of Michael Jordan being the only athletes to garner a what is it a deal with Wilson. That part I found was absolutely crazy. Like, yeah. So actually, let me tell you the exact thing of what it is. Give me 1 second, man. Let me see. Had it here. Yeah, Caitlin Clark signs a multi-year endorsement deal with Wilson. Now, 88 Patty, bro. He said, "I'm so happy she's struggling." Bruh, I'm at a complete loss at how somebody can get a damn endorsement deal, and the only other person that has gotten one was was Michael Jordan. Like, that's the part that blows my mind. I'm cool with Nike giving a little shoe deal, just to kind of again bring eyes to the WNBA and stuff like that. I'm cool with all that. I'm cool with her name bringing attention to the WNBA because we all know they need it. But there is like you overhyping just a little bit, just a little. It's overhyping just a little bit. 88 said, and that screen she ran into was golden. That's wild, man. But yeah, it's to me, it's crazy, bro. Like, hasn't even, I think team still hasn't won a game yet, but didn't win a national championship in college or anything. But all of, like, you getting a deal with Wilson. Like, I don't think people understand how big of an endorsement, like how big Wilson is as a brand, like as a product. People don't understand how big. Well, let me pull this up real quick, man. Let me share with y'all how much Wilson got going on. Let's see. Let's see here real quick. So Wilson Sporting Goods revenue and competitors. It says Wilson Sporting Goods Company. That can't be the right one. Wilson racket maker rises 3.1 after 1.57 billion. Wilson Sporting Goods parent to be acquired. So Wilson Sporting Goods parent to be acquired for 5.2 billion. So yeah, I mean this is a multi-billion-dollar. Let me see. I'm just trying to give y'all the right one, man. What is it? Wilson, 860 million. Yeah, multi-billion-dollar company, because a lot of people don't realize Wilson covers. They make tennis rackets, they make basketballs, they make footballs, they make tennis balls, they make soccer balls, they make badminton, like anything sport related of an equipment or product you need, Wilson makes it. Every single thing, duffel bag, like anything you could think of, Wilson makes it. So y'all let that sit in your mind a little bit of understanding like how big of a company Wilson is, and for them to be handing out an endorsement deal, and they've only done that twice, once for Michael Jordan and now for Caitlin Clark. Like think about that. Nike hands out shoe deals. We see that, we get that. Nike gives out shoe deals, right? Not to everybody like that, but then again, if the promotional point comes along, then Nike will definitely offer a shoe deal. But my thing is, how the hell do you get an endorsement deal with Wilson, which is a global multi-billion-dollar company that covers and does everything, and they haven't given it to nobody else except for Michael Jordan, but they choose her? Again, no hate, no slight. I'm just curious and asking questions, and I just want to know. Brother Jay Gibb in the building says, salute, QB Gilly Jr., little brother, and fam. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. 88 said her endorsement deals are more than her rookie contract. Bro, her one endorsement deal is like, I think like either 5 or 10 times more than her rookie contract. Like it's wild. What's good with it, Queen? What's good with it? Salute to you. Appreciate you sliding through. Jay Gibbs said, salute to you. Salute to you, bro. All good, all good. I'm just confused. And like I said, I talked about it on my premiere, but I didn't really deep dive and kind of share that perspective of understanding is that we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company that covers every single globally, every single sport for equipment and anything that's needed for it. And they've only offered it one time. I'm gonna keep repeating and drilling that nail in. They offered it to Michael Jordan, and now they offered it to Caitlin Clark. Y'all tell me what the hell has she done to deserve that? Like I get it with Nike. Nike offers deals. We've seen people get a deal or get a shoe deal with Nike and then flame out or just don't work out. That's fine. But when you have somebody that's much bigger than Nike, that's when I'm just kind of a little puzzled. And again, when the machine decides to back you, bro, it must be nice. Like when the machine backs you, it must be nice because that ain't happening for other people. That's not even an option for the majority to have that as an option or to be entertained by a company of that size that's willing to literally say, hey, we're going to offer you a multi-year endorsement deal. And guess what? What a lot of people call the GOAT is the only other individual that had this. So, but we're going to give it to you and you ain't did nothing. Come on, man. Like, I wasn't born yesterday. I might have been born during the day, but not yesterday. Like, that's wild to me. That is absolutely wild. But hey, man, us as the people, we see the play, but at the same time, nothing we can do about it. We just got to let it be what it's going to be. And they're going to do what they want to do. When you see, like I said, when the machine is behind you, nothing can be against you. Nothing can stand against you and nothing can stop you. Plain and simple. Like 88 said, 88, wow for saying this, but 88 said, I'm so happy she's struggling. Hey, man, I don't wish her to struggle or anything like that, man. I want her to succeed, but at the same time, I just want it, if y'all going to be offering that type of energy, you know what I'm saying, with these endorsement deals and stuff like that, offer that across the board to everybody. Make it a fair slate. Make it a thing where everybody understanding that this is within reach. You know what I'm saying? Maya Moore didn't have none of this, and Maya Moore could bust. I would bet the house on Maya Moore to beat Caitlin Clark, hands down. I would, and obviously Maya Moore is a multi WNBA champion. Doesn't get the respect she deserves. So it's like, yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna let them ride off into the sunset with that, and have that for what it is. And we're gonna have to see how her career turn out, how it worked out, and everything else, man. But yeah. But yeah, man, my bad. I'm lacking some energy, a little bit tired today, a little drained. So y'all bear with me. Like I said, I wasn't going to be here for too long. I'm probably trying to make it to the 45-minute mark, and then I'm going to get my butt up out the way, kick back. I might mess around and take myself a nap. That is something I don't really do, not really the napping type, but man, I might have to pull me one of them today. But I'm gonna drop the link. Anybody want to pull up, feel free. If not, like I said, I'll probably hop my butt up out of here and get up out the way. Let everybody go back to hearing about Errol Spence and Fedor making their announcement about potentially fighting for the belt in October. And seeing EJ back at it. I would have rather see him fight somebody that's gonna look normal with. But hey, man, I'd be very curious to see what type of game plan they'd be able to come up with. Somebody that's my height fighting somebody that's much shorter, man. Man, it's wild. He said, hey, the other girls, they envy her. That set screen was personally. Oh yeah, you already know. You know a lot of them. A lot of them. He said that good old rich stimulus pack. Yeah, bro. Chris said, I ain't gonna talk about it. Yeah, a lot of them. If you know what's wild is a lot of them WNBA players, right? And I think Diana Taurasi was one of them that came out and kind of it wasn't no hate. It was just letting her know, like, okay, like you getting that same type of hype. We gonna have to see what that is. You playing against girls, now you playing against women. It was kind of the same thing LeBron was getting when he was in high school. You know what I mean? Like they're like, you doing this to boys, come do this to men. Are you doing this to them? Like you gonna have to come up here in the big league and show us that you like that. And what did LeBron do? LeBron stepped right up to the plate, right out the park. And man, LeBron looked like he was a man amongst boys playing in the NBA damn near in his first game. And then he didn't do nothing from there, but just woke up and decide that, yeah, they can't do nothing with me. Like, ain't nothing you can say about that. Like I ain't never seen a player handle the type of hype, responsibility, and just everything surrounding him as well as LeBron has did since high school up until this point now in his NBA career. Never seen it. Never seen it. Like he's answered the bell and at every point of any doubt that he's ever had in his career, he's checked off every single box out there. So it's like, again, a lot of people hate him. Like I said, I don't hate him. I'm not the biggest fan, but I also don't hate the man. But it's like, you got to give that man his respect. You got to give him his respect. There ain't many 18-year-olds coming into the league and within like a couple of years is already being one of the faces of the league and is highly sought out there, putting butts in seats, signature shoe deal, and this, that, and the third at that age. And then handling it with maturity and like an actual grown man, handling business like a grown man, staying out of the tabloids for all the wrong reasons and stuff like that. It's wild, man. It's definitely wild. Again, hey, good things come to you when you put the work in, man. That's the easiest thing I can say. Good things come to you when you put that work in. But yeah, he definitely, shout out to him. Shout out to the Brown family. And he working on, what I'm saying, definitely doing everything within his power to make sure that his son, Bronny, is lined up to be able to live out his dream, which is what, playing in the NBA as well. So if I was in LeBron's shoes and I had the same power and type of resources and things like that, man, that would all be at the disposal of my son to ensure that he get to live out his dream. I ain't gonna cut no corners for him. I'm just gonna make sure that he is in the limelight and let his skill sets and everything else get him to where he wants to be. I wouldn't do no backdoor deals or nothing like that. I would literally just put him in the limelight and let him showcase it. Let him showcase his skills. Let him showcase he his own man. Let him showcase he belong. Because if you don't do it that way, you're gonna have a situation that you have Austin Reeves, not Austin Reeves, goddamn, Austin Rivers, Doc Rivers' son. A lot of people felt Doc was the one that helped him out, but Austin Rivers Austin Rivers was a solid player. He just had to deal with a lot that came with his dad being a coach. Go check out Austin Rivers, some of his high school. Go check out his high school and then go check out his NBA. Like he has some tapes out there, some highlights out there now. Go check it out. Austin Rivers, he was decent. He was definitely decent for sure. Like he earned his spot. I can tell you that much. He earned his spot. Quee said Austin can play. Yeah, he definitely can. But again, a lot of people casted him in that shadow of his dad because his dad was the head coach. They didn't want to give him that same type of respect of somebody else that kind of get it out the mud, like a Stephon Marbury or Allen Iverson or them type of players where it's like they had to get it out the mud and show and allow and showcase their skills for people to look at them and understand that they really like that. Trace McGrady, Vince Carter, like all these guys that, again, some of them played in college, was really good in college, but then came to the NBA and they just blew up on the scene. Kevin Durant was good, like decent in college or good in college, came to the NBA and it blew up. So it's like a lot of it, man. A lot of these players, they showcased their skills and came into the league and was able to mold themselves into a dominant figure. You know what I mean? So, but again, they weren't playing for their daddy or they weren't playing for their, uncle or nothing like that. Wasn't on the team. Of course, having connections it helps you. But again, your skills is what gets you to be able to live out your dream or gets you into the league. And again, that's what we got to see when it came to these certain players. With Austin, it was an uphill battle from the very start. With Bronny James, he ain't even fully got started yet, and he already behind the 8 ball to the highest degree. So it's like, man, I want what's best for him. I want him healthy more than anything, but definitely want him to be able to live out his dream, whatever that may be. LeBron wanted to play with him. He don't want to play with LeBron because he want to be able to understand, like not have that looming cloud over him where people looking at him a certain way and stuff like that. So I'm wishing that young man the best, man. but yeah, man. So like I said, not feeling the best, a little down today, or I'll say lack of energy, not feeling the best. So I'm gonna get up out the way. I wanted to stay consistent, keep my Friday joint going every single Friday. Gonna try and knock in another day, bring in a second day to talk up some more basketball because man, I got so much to talk about, so many different things and revolving around the game, so much so much to discuss, man, but very little time. So definitely, I definitely want to get a second day in. So I'm gonna let y'all know as soon as I get that figured out, when that second day is. Otherwise, again, y'all keep an eye out for them prediction videos. I do it for fun. Then want some people some money. Definitely gonna. I'm about to start doing it my way. Make myself some money. God damn it. Win some money that way, man. But then again, doing reaction videos, whether it be um, halftime video, halftime reactions, or after the game reactions. Just mixing a bunch of things in, man. Keeping y'all as again much content as I can put out there. Y'all let me know, provide me feedback on it. I'm definitely open to it, so I appreciate that. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through, sliding in, supporting the grind, man, hitting the like button, subbing to the channel if you're new. If you're catching the playback on this joint, I appreciate you doing that. But everybody that's in the chat right now, I definitely appreciate y'all coming through and kicking it with me for this 45 minutes. And yeah, man, we're gonna be back with another one. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And y'all be blessed. Have a great Friday. And we out of here.